the appeal for the Zimbabwe Association Choir. We're very, very fortunate to have so many members of the choir. I thought there might be just 2 or 3 of you, which is lovely. We're very privileged. Leicester is the home of over 200 Zimbabwean people who are in exile from the cruel regime that is in power there. Some of these people have had to leave their lives, some have had to leave their loved ones behind, their jobs, their professions, and come over here with very little. Some people have been here for more than a decade, and we hope that Leicester has become a place of safety and respite for them after the horrors of what they've been through that caused them to leave. But we're aware that what they really want to do is go home to a free and safe homeland, which they're not able to do at the moment, although our government seems to think that it's safe. I think you probably disagree. The Zimbabwe Association has been formed by Zimbabwean exiles to provide self-help and comfort to each other. Several friends from our meeting will have connections with this group through organisations such as City of Sanctuary, the Welcome Project, the Red Cross, and through the several Zimbabwean families that have been part of this meeting over the years. One of the ways that Zimbabwean people in Leicester nurture and support each other and also give delight to people in Leicester is through the Zimbabwe Association Choir. They sing songs from their homeland so amazingly beautifully that I'm sure the rhythms and vibrations must travel back to their homeland. The choir has a wish list of things that would help them to feel part of a strong group. In particular, they would like to have T-shirts printed with the Zimbabwe Association logo on them, so that when they sing, they look very much part of the group. They have travelling and other expenses as well. So any money raised today will go to the choir for the T-shirts, and anything over will go to the general expenses of the Leicester Zimbabwe Association. Now, Pelagia, do you want to say a few words? And then how are we going to arrange the choir so we can hear them to their best? Shall I leave that to you?
Good morning, friends and relatives. Firstly, I want to say thank you very much for accommodating us in this room as Zimbabweans. We came the whole way from our country, and we never thought one day we could have good friends like you. That's one thing I want to thank you for. Because as an asylum, we live idle, isolation. We don't have friends. And so many people, they don't understand what is an asylum. Some of the people, they think an asylum is an animal. It's not a person. So if you invite us, then we know we are just good friends, as Angela said. Very nice people, but we don't have any resources. As much as we want to integrate in our community, as much as we want our community to know us, but we don't have any resources. We've got a choir project. The choir takes our stigma. The choir takes us back to our country of origin when we sing. Because on funeral, on weddings, happiness or sad, we sing. So when we sing, it helps us, it stimulates us. So I'll be very happy if the choir can keep going in Leicester, so that any functions in Leicester, any events in Leicester, the choir will be there. And that the symbol of Zimbabwe, so that people will see us as an asylum seekers wherever we are. And we can have lots of friends like you. Then you know what other people, we can even help you in old people's home. We go and sing Christmas parties, birthdays when somebody turns 100. Yes. But you don't know if you don't invite us in the different ways. So when you go out, I think you know there are Zimbabweans. That's why Angela was expecting maybe 3 people. But 3 people cannot make a singing. We need about 40 people to have our choir. We need the drums, we need the maracas, we need different things to make the choir go. But today, we are going to sing without a uniform, without the drums, without anything, but with our good, lovely voices. And we are going to sing in English and the Ndebele and the Shona, so that you can understand what we are going to sing. Maybe I can ask all the Zimbabweans choir to stand up so that they can see us and say good morning to our friends, because we are sitting in different places. That our friends will know us now. So maybe I'll start with the chairperson. Can the chairperson come along? And I think so many people are wondering why my chairperson is dressing white like this. Can I give you an opportunity to come forward, please?
Good morning, friends. It's nice to be having friends. In Zimbabwe, we are always friends, and we are lovely friends. And I know you have been to Zimbabwe. Everybody greeted you when you were in the streets of Zimbabwe, when you walked around. That's what we are. And we are happy to be having friends in Leicester. Leicester is a city of sanctuary. I can tell you, people are struggling in Middlesbrough, in the north there, where they are being racially abused and all these things. And we feel very free in Leicester, where they unite all the people from various religions and all walks of life. And we're saying, my name is Pastor Musarurwa. I'm the chairperson for the Zimbabwe Association in UK and Europe. So I'm here as a refugee. Like any one of these people have been tortured, beaten, arrested by the regime back in Zimbabwe, and now we are here seeking sanctuary and having some friends here. Thank you very much. It's good to have a listening ear, or just somebody who will be looking at you and just feeling for you, like what you do. We'd like to thank you very much. We've been friends here. I've had a cup of tea and some biscuits every time I come along. Sometimes usually have. Honestly, you know, your blood starts running around when you have the cup of tea that somebody gives you. Some people pay for the tea, and when you come here, every time you told you are asylum seekers, please just get a cup of coffee and move around. We know that you know us and you love us. Thank you very much.
Okay. Maybe you want to hear a little bit before we start about the asylum seekers. I'll ask Musarurwa Kanyoka and Lily and Chirombe, they are the working group as well for the Zimbabwe Association and for the choir, to come and just give a 2-minute words to the community.
I want to greet all the friends of Leicester. I'm happy to be here with you. I'm Musarurwa Kanyoka. I'm the treasurer for the Leicester group. At times it becomes so difficult when one would want to travel from point A to point B, or even to come to these functions. Some have sacrificed even to walk to come here and be with the friends who are here. Even the Fridays, the fortnights we meet at times, it's so difficult for others to walk. They've got to walk some distance to come and enjoy a meal together as a group and have that time of socialization which you're going to have here. So with all the friends of Leicester who are here, we are so happy to be with you and to be part and parcel of us. Thank you very much.
My name is Lily Chirombe. I'm the secretary for the association. Maybe for you to understand what it means for us to be with you. I, for example, I was a university lecturer in my country, but I had to flee persecution. I'm here, I'm not working, I'm an asylum seeker. My stay has not been granted, so you can imagine what it is like. I left a big house, I left everything to come here with nothing. So for me to be here and to have people look at me and listen to me as a human being who is a special person in God's eyes gives me a lot of pleasure. So it's very nice for you to accept us today. Thank you very much, friends.
Before we sing, let me tell you a little bit about our organization. The Zimbabwe Association started in 2001 in the UK for the asylum seekers. So we used to travel to go to London every now and then, but it was very difficult for us to go to London. Then we decided to have a drop-in service here in Leicester, which we used to meet at the Methodist Church every fortnight. And you are all welcome as well to that drop-in every fortnight to meet us. But we are not at the Methodist Church at the moment. We are temporarily at the secular wall. I think most of you know at Humberston Gate, in secular wall. We meet every fortnight. And why do we meet there at the drop-in? It's because we cannot afford to have one hot traditional food from Africa. You know, as an asylum, we get £35 a week. Some of them, they get what they call the Azura cards. Some of them, they are not even on their support at the moment. We support one another in the community. With you, the community will support us. So that fortnight when we meet for social, we meet for our choir, we meet for our hot traditional food. That's what we can afford to give. Because when you go to Sandsburg, the Azura cards, or the £35, you cannot afford to buy the maize meal, which comes from Africa. You cannot afford to buy the vegetable, which you can only get at the market. Well, sometimes people give us the donation. People like Red Cross have been looking after us, but we don't get the actual, our traditional food. And think of it, most of us got more than 10 years in this country, not working. So we'll be looking forward for our drop-in so much, because that's when we eat that maize meal of us with vegetables, with meat, then we enjoy ourselves. At least every fortnight we've got something to look forward. So you are welcome to our drop-in every fortnight. When is the next drop-in? Anyone knows which date? On the 24th, I think, of March. Anyone who is free to come, you are welcome to come and see us at the drop-in. February, 24th of February, at 3:30 at the secular wall, Humberston Gate. Angela, I've got my number and my email. If you forget, she will give you. So maybe we can just start one song. They can listen to us now.
Shosholoza, Shosholoza, well,
like, when we say Shosholoza, it's like maybe run or walk fast. Then it says stimulus konde Zimbabwe, or stimulus pome Zimbabwe. That means the train, we are running away, running fast for the train, which is coming out of Zimbabwe. And it says when you are Valega, you are running away for the train that is coming out of Zimbabwe. In brief, that's what it means.
In brief, it means we're running from Zimbabwe, running from persecution, running from the harm which we're going to face. So we're running to get the fastest train to go where we don't know where we were going. And we end up in the UK, we end up in frames of meeting where we don't know today.
Savior, we are here.
Says, we don't know what God's plan is. We don't know what He thinks about us. We call Him, and then He does whatever He does. We can run over the mountains, over the rivers, over the seas, over any other boundaries, but we don't know what God's plan is. And His plan was for us to end up in Leicester. We are here today. So we're saying we are calling our God whichever way we are calling on Lord, saying thank you, Lord, for having us here, and thank you, Lord, for having some friends. That's what the song means. And we're going to be singing the national anthem, to close up with the national anthem. And I know most of us knows the national anthem. And this is not for us as Zimbabweans only, but for Africa, the dark continent. So we have to sing, we don't sing our Zimbabwe national anthem, but we sing the African national anthem, which most of us knows. Ishe Komborera Africa.
Lameck Mbano. I'm from Zimbabwe, and today I had the chance of coming to the Quakers meeting with my fellow Zimbabweans. We came in as a choir, we sang, and I felt really welcome in this meeting, because as an asylum seeker, it's very difficult to be part of this society once you state that you are an asylum seeker, because of the stigma attached to the asylum system. So it was a great day for me to be accepted as a human being and to be invited for their future meetings. And on behalf of my friends and all the other guys from the Zimbabwe Association who sang, we really connected, and as we sang some memories of how it was like back home when we used to sing some of the songs. We used to sing them while it's to celebrate, but now when we sing them, we sort of think of like sort of miss home, and but like we can't go back there because we're not allowed in there, or if we go there, we don't know about the risk. We don't know if we're gonna be killed or anything like that. So it was really touching, and we are so grateful for the Quakers meeting, because it was like an outlet for us to be our true selves again, to interact with people living in the community, and it was worth being in the meeting, because we need such things to forget about our asylum cases and all that, to divert our attention from all the troubles we go through trying to get a status in this country.
My name is Mary Chabvamuperu. I currently live in Nottingham, but I'm so glad that I came to know about the Zimbabwe Association. I always come to the drop-in center and meet with other Zimbabweans, fellowship with them. And today we are here at the Quakers, which is an organization which welcome people like me as an asylum seeker. We had a very, very lovely, touching meeting. People here are very, very friendly. It has been very nice to know some people in the community. They look to us as asylum seekers, as people whom they don't really understand or value in the community. But here, the Quakers, they are welcoming us. They are going to help us raise some funds to buy the t-shirts and the like, which is a very, very good thing. To me as an asylum seeker, it really lifts up my morale to know that in the community there are other people who value us as asylum seekers.